Hey, what's going on, guys?
Okay, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to, I want to say, the 6th podcast. Sixth or 7th, one of the two. Hope everyone is doing alright. Oh, yeah, I hope everyone's doing alright. As you can see, me and Brady are back, and they can't see Kenneth. Drum roll, please, for our special guest. But how do I do it, drum roll? Kenneth is here. What's up, Kenneth? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Hey, God keeps waking me up, so I'm blessed. That's for sure. But so Kenneth, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I hear.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm kind of new to this whole following God thing.
Just describe your life. It doesn't have to be just
I'm
God thing.
have been about 6 months, 6 to everybody is trying to do basketball. Working. Going to school. Went to Richmond Park, so
That's what's up. It sounds simple, but yet busy at the same time. So hopefully it's fun. Are you handling it? Like, how are you? You would ask yourself how you're doing. Like, how are you doing?
I did that.
Doing better. Yeah. There's always room for improvement, though. So yeah.
This is like very low.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Yeah. Normally we have more energy. Took a nap before.
Trey and I are pretty tired.
Kenneth's gotta be the start of the show today. But as you guys can see, so yeah, this is Kenneth. This is Brady. I'm Trey. As you saw, I know I'm losing my mind. As you guys can see from the title and the thumbnail, it is.
It's called Working in Silence.
Working in silence. We knew it all along. We just wanted to test Brady.
But then they sent you the message about
Exactly. I was testing him.
testing me on my own topic.
Yeah. Working in silence. Do you think? Actually, yeah. What does that mean for both of you guys? What does it mean? And it can be any aspect of your life, not just your faith.
I'll let you go ahead because I don't have an answer.
Like I said, working in silence would be like working by yourself without really any help from another person.
I like where you saw it though. It's not where I see like what to my mind would have went, but I like that. You got a different perspective on it.
So, working in silence to me because I texted Trey during service.
We forgot to pray. Oh my gosh. We're all going to hell. Straight to hell. No, that's okay. Continue. I'm sorry.
We can do it after this.
Yeah.
We can do it like we're like what most YouTubers do. You have a little bit of the video.
Hey guys, welcome to our sponsorship. We're sponsored by God.
That's just an automatic.
Okay.
But I texted Trey about this topic because we were in church and it just kind of popped in my head because we were talking about like being still and how God, like you're not always gonna hear God, but you still need to do like His work. And so what I first think of is like we've been talking about how we want this to like we talk about how this goes hand in hand with faith and religion, and I feel like a lot of people like to cover up a lot of the noise of the world. Like to cover up a lot of the noise of the world. And instead, I think you should kind of calm in where you are and like stay calm and quiet, also be putting in the work. So that's like working in silence because you're not focused on what everyone else is saying. You're like focused on yourself and focused on being calm and content with who you are and where you are, and you're just putting in the work. But a lot of the times, faith-based wise, I would say, a lot of the times we like to pray and we might not hear it from God back, like receive what we want, but a lot of the times He's working in a different way and you don't hear that, so it's also working in silence. So that's kind of where I go with that.
So, do you have any feedback from that?
From the verse that you told me about, like, I got up earlier and I read what he was saying and made a lot of sense.
1 Kings chapter 19 about how he didn't come through all these he waited until even after the wind had gone by and he stayed with almost. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are doing ASMR. No, it's where we do that like every single week. Yeah, so I saw it a little different, honestly, than both of you guys. Maybe I just wasn't listening, but it's probably that one. It's probably that one. I know, but so like the way I see it, living in silence to me just means like almost like just putting your head down, shutting up, and just getting to work instead of looking for like feedback or looking for people to validate you, give you credit, like
Just go back to the basic fundamentals.
Yeah. Just shut up and do the work. Don't expect praise for it, like that. And I say that for regardless of it's not in the faith or in the faith. You just when you're in those seasons of your life, you should be working in silence. I definitely want to take this podcast and apply this to this season I'm currently in, because that would be, I could tell. So thank you for letting the Holy Spirit work through you to bring this up, because I definitely need this season in my life. But like, just shutting up, whether it's at work and get the work done, or if it's in your faith, don't. Hey guys, I just read this. I'm super close to God right now, so everyone give me a pat on the back. Just do it.
Just like the summer that you feel so
If you're looking for validation, you're going to use the basic fundamental things for how you're really doing it for the faith validation.
That's a bar.
that's a Hudson level bar.
I was gonna say, well, Hudson might have some competition. Oh.
The youngins putting us to shame.
But yeah, that's the way I see.
I think you and I both saw that in the same kind of way. I feel like I pulled from both of you guys. But I mean, like I said, I see it in like faith and not in faith. Just put your head down. Just go and do what you need to.
That's what's up. Do you want to say a quick prayer before we get a little more into it?
Yeah, sure. Mine's not even.
I do want to say that I want to apologize personally, because most of the responsibility falls onto my part about just the inconsistent uploading schedule. Because it's not like we don't have content to upload. It's just well, it's not even that it takes forever to edit. It's just I get so procrastinating, and I just.
Well,
Part of that is.
I also sometimes send the videos and everything.
Yeah,
So
it's all your fault. So
you're right.
it's actually not my fault.
It's not like we go to college.
I'm the busy one here. I sit at home waiting to get called into work. I'm very busy. So busy.
That's what we do this week. Our schools, my school's on full break. So I'm
You know, we're trying to figure out what's going on. I just fixed it. This was done.
work on in regards to not just your faith or just outside of the faith, like both, if that makes sense.
Winter season is coming up. We start back up.
Okay, see
Okay, but I also just genuinely pray every night, right before bed, right after I go home. So do a quick prayer before I go to bed.
So you're saying it's becoming winter and stuff like that. That just popped up like 3 different topics in my head. First off, you say praying before you go to bed, and when you first wake up. I'm talking to Caleb about that.
No Bible, no breakfast. No Bible, no bed. Well, that's what he says all the time. I will talk to Lewis, says no Bible, no breakfast.
Oh, I was talking about how he said, like a Jesus sandwich and finish and close your day.
That is smart though that you want to do that.
Because you wrap your whole day with God, even if it wasn't the greatest day. And then bring you up winter. I think a big thing for a lot of people is seasonal depression.
Dad.
That's so bad. Seasonal depression.
That's what's up.
But I think a lot of people deal with seasonal depression, so I think just be mindful of that. Make sure you're doing your prayers, especially during the it's coming quick. It's already pretty cold.
It jumped from 80 to 50 real quick.
That's Indiana.
Yeah, that is really you guys want to bet that it's about to snow by 8 hours later.
Oh yeah. It'll probably snow.
It smells like Halloween, I swear I'm done. I'm over it.
It's always, it's either raining like cold water or cold rain, or it's just like snow. It's never nice.
It's just slush.
Right, it'll be just slush right there.
Ooh, I did see something though. Someone was talking to me jokingly. It was like, you notice how every Halloween, it's always just bad weather. And it's like, do you think it's a sin to dress up as these like demons and then go trick-or-treating? And I was like, I don't really care about it. And he's like, but have you noticed that every Halloween it's just been crappy weather? And I was like,
I haven't had like a good weather Halloween since I was like 10.
The last time I had a good Halloween was 4th grade.
That's rough.
so do you guys think Halloween is, what do you guys think about Halloween?
Well, I mean, you could say that, but there's also not everyone dresses up as little demons. And
Yeah, that's fair.
deals, but it is
Nowadays, people dress up like Disney princesses.
Yeah, Captain America. Captain America.
I wanna count how many black mermaids I see walking around.
Why'd they have to be black?
It's because that's how the new movie.
I know, but why do they have to be black?
How do you have to be?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. No.
That's why Trey always wears white. He wants,
I just want
wants
to
that
blend
big
in. I want to blend in. No.
You can always just get the same disease that Michael Jackson got.
Pour some bleach on my skin.
I'm sure that would work.
I'd probably die, but there.
I probably don't.
No, so what do you guys think is the hardest first thing to do when working in science? Even if you haven't experienced it, what do you think the hardest challenge or trial would come to be for you, not just for the common population, but for you?
Based off what I said before, what working with science means to me would be asking for help. Because if I'm unsure about something, I ask
That's not where I go insane, but I mean, if that's how you work, then that's what you do. And that's what helps you out. I think the hardest part for me a lot of the times is just, even for a lot of companies, like we talked about before, we have the need for like instant gratification from our like devices and stuff, and everything is so quick. So I think that might be what gets in the way, but also just like deciding, okay, it's time to work. Like switching your mindset, because there's a different mindset between just like chilling, relaxing, and being like, okay, we gotta do this. Let's go.
I really hope I'm shot right now.
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're good.
It's oh, my phone's not on, so nobody's in chat.
What?
I can see it. It was just on like 3 minutes ago.
You haven't been recording?
It was recording.
I guess it's just gonna be an audio podcast.
Yeah, I told you I said it wasn't gonna last, but it's okay. But
And before this comes commercially, he's not talking.
oh, that would be terrible.
I know.
No, I know.
How dare you?
Oh, so I guess we aren't gonna do a reveal thing. Yeah, how dare you?
I'm just gonna be here.
Yeah, we'll just have a close up.
Like every other podcast, I'm just gonna be here.
I'm not even gonna try to.
But I really like this idea of the podcast. Like, just the podcast. Just have a discussion about that.
And then go right back to.
You got the walking traffic cone over here.
I think I'm not sure what the hardest thing for myself will be when I go into this season of working in science, but I think for the common people, it's just being able to be humble and not prideful, like not wanting to take the credit for doing things. Because when you're working in science, it's not like you're not going to be accomplishing things and getting things done. And when those things get done, people are going to want to tell you good job or give you applause or give you credit.
Right.
I think the hardest part would be not giving credit.
Being humble.
Yeah, I think a lot of it also is like we're so distracted by so much. Like our brains are so from thing to thing. I think that's going to be tough for a lot of people is like focusing on one thing at a time and trying to figure it out.
Yeah, there was a study, where did reference it from? Just like something as simple as TikTok has just caused our brains to need such
Instant gratification.
not even gratification. It's just a term. It's
Short-term memory.
kind of like short attentions. Yeah, our attention spans are
Right.
just like
It's
this
because,
goldfish.
I mean, how TikTok works is you're just swiping away, getting different kinds of media every second as you're swiping. So you can never truly dedicate yourself to one kind of media when you're sitting on TikTok.
That's true.
Why you breathing on the mic like that, bro?
Oh, this is so dysfunctional.
What was the scripture?
That I found? I think it's Ecclesiastes 3:7. I think that's what I found. Yeah, Ecclesiastes 3:7, a time to hear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak. It just kind of breaks it down as like there's a time for you to kind of let yourself like break down, but also like we were talking about, a time to like be silent, put in the work, and kind of mend yourself and make yourself better than what you were. Because I mean, in order for you to grow, you have to be taken down into the valleys to be able to climb the mountains and be able to be better. And it's also saying like there's a time for you to just listen, and there's a time for you to share what you need to share. That's kind of how I take it. But I mean, you definitely have different opinions based on hearing that.
Yeah.
What do you think about that first?
I mean, to me, at least, it speaks for itself that there's a time and a place for everything. And once you're able to realize that, it helps you go about things a lot differently. Because instead of just, even myself included, like, if people are self-centered and want to do things when they or see fit to do them, instead of when God had, like, instead of listening to what God's plan for you is. And I mean, say it's like, I want to go get coffee right now, and it's like, well, because I want it, and I think, I'm gonna get it, God told me to get coffee, I want to do it right now, versus him actually wanting me to go an hour later, not only after I'm able to listen and be a part of this, but also there's someone that's gonna be there an hour that I don't really talk to. Exactly. And so there's a time and a place for everything. Instead of
So like you taking control.
instead of taking control, realizing it's weird because it's almost like it's kind of taking control, but at the same time you're not. It's taking control and understanding that there's a specific time to do something, and there's a specific type of tone that should be used, but you're not in control when those things are needed to be. You need to, like you guys were saying, just be more in fellowship with God. Just talk to him more to be able to understand when he's speaking to you, how to do certain aspects or certain tasks. If that makes sense. I don't know if I just remember it.
No, you're just right. I know what I'm
In my Sunday school class today, we talked about how Jesus is the head of the church being us, and how we need to listen as he would listen to his word, talk as he would, things like that, to truly understand and what it means. Why are you eating your microphone while
Breathing into it. I heard it and I thought I was tweaking.
Breathe it, bro. Brother, gotta breathe.
yeah, we were almost, if we was trying to listen like he would, or not understand, to speak as we would lives and things like that, not trying to help him speak that's why
I think that's why in a lot of prayers people pray like that.
feel like they're asking the question.
No, like they pray like first 1, 2, 3 to these people. I hear that in so many prayers.
Yeah. I see where you're coming from. Yeah, my brain is, I'm so sorry, podcast. I'm sorry for you to fine tuning as well. My brain is just really, it's not even like it's scatterbrained, it's just empty. Void of nothing.
Yeah, you're not.
Gotta get like a interview or something.
No, it's not even, I'm super tired. It's just like,
Regular Starbucks coffee here if you'll be okay.
I haven't had coffee today. I haven't had coffee in like 3-4 days.
You haven't had coffee?
I'm losing my mind.
The only thing that I had that was typing content
You haven't had
was just
coffee when
Mountain
you've
Dew.
been fasting?
I know I'm broke. I haven't had coffee in the past 4 or 5 days.
What's broke?
Because I haven't gotten paid. Yeah, I got
You
paid.
in your cellar?
You can do adult stuff. I have to go home, make sure my room's clean.
He has to
Yeah.
make sure his room is clean too now. He lives in a house.
Right, but I mean, I understand.
I see where you're coming
Yeah.
from.
That's my rent, is cleaning up my room, doing chores. And you're all over the place.
I had a book that, or not a book, it's something, it's like a little game of that starting to write questions in. So I'm gonna start at least once every at least one question every podcast, asking one of those things I've written down, just to hear other people's opinions, because they're questions that I have while I'm reading scripture that I just like, I don't know the answer to, and I feel like it's a subjective answer that people can give, so that's why I have it written down. Yeah, that's something I do want to do. Ooh.
I don't know why, but I just got this idea, like for like a, you know how they have the channel icons or whatever. Atlas, how Atlas bends down, like on the way to the earth. Like
Atlas?
Like, not like the Greek time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know that pose.
Like where he's holding up.
Yeah, when he's holding up the sky or whatever. It could be you or somebody. You could wake up this
That's kind of similar to where our intro's gonna be.
Dude, sorry, but
No.
I know that was on a tangent.
No,
But I
you're
just
good.
really had that idea.
Yeah, they should have figured out what we
That's it's really similar to what the intro will be.
keep talking about it.
Yeah. Well, my brother's trying to tell me to pay some money. I'm not paying some
Don't
money.
pay.
We literally talked about things.
Unless it's like $5.
I'll volunteer.
$5. Yeah, we'll give you $5, but it needs to be better than anime. Have good valuations. We're doing 100 frames a second.
Like, you're gonna have to wait like 2-3 months. You just lost your microphone. And you're not recording. Time for an audio podcast. I will lend you guys my camera.
I have film cameras, I just don't have digital.
I just want to have
I want to have a camera specifically for
$1 million.
Right.
$1 million.
I'm just saying. I will lend you. Like,
$1 million.
you gotta work for it.
You got $1 million?
You gotta work for it, bro.
Yeah, can you lend me $1 million?
Hey, you
I
know what we can
cannot
do?
lend you $1 million.
We can get the power buffalo sauce, remember one? And it's at like 1 billion something. It's like 1.2 bill. After tax, you know how much that is?
Like $3.
No, it's at least like 300 mil.
I buy a lot of $490 bucks.
So,
And then I can
So
sell
much
my
money
account for
for
like
that.
bands.
For
A bunch of little kids that are rich.
yes. Mommy's
no,
money.
not they are rich.
Mom.
Their parents are rich.
Can I see your credit card, Mom?
Dad, I know we have a BMW out back, but I need $1 million for a bank account.
They got when to get rid on it. I want it.
When to get rid of.
I want to get rid.
So,
Just got I like it.
working in silence, I feel like the time that happens unintentionally is the time when you're going through trials. Especially if you're not so much of not conservative in the sense of politics, but like, you don't, like,
Talk to people.
yeah, not even in the sense you don't talk to you, like, I'm a very social person, but if I'm going through things, I don't really
I
tell
close
them.
myself off.
Yeah.
You become a recluse.
Yeah.
You don't want to be around people.
It's how a lot of guys are. They're working at home, they close themselves off and just try to do their own thing.
And I think that's a time definitely when working in silence just happens naturally for people. It's just when they're like us or like how I handle things when they're going through. I mean, like I said, regardless if it's a fixed thing, like whenever someone's going through some crap, they usually don't go and hey everybody, I'm in debt. Feel bad for me. Like they just
give me money.
yeah, they just
I'm
handle
bored.
it. They handle it by themselves. They like
Put themselves together.
they work and they're not talking about it because they know there's. I mean, when you're going through trials, what is there to? I mean, I could find things to brag about, but like a lot of people really fall into the mindset there's nothing really good, so why would I be boasting? I mean, there is a lot of good things. I mean, like we're still freaking alive. We're still able to do things, talk to people, hear the gospels. There's also obviously a lot of good things even through our worst trials, but like a lot of people forget that. So then it's a lot easier for us to just not have anything to boast about. Or be like, hey, God still gave me food, so I'm good. Like, people don't think that far when they're going through these trials. So then they start to just work in silence. And like, yeah, I'm going to they'll probably give God glory and like, praise for the stuff we're still doing, but I don't see a lot of people like boasting and like praising God to other people during those times. Because I mean, it's kind of show, like there's nothing to show, and I think that's the problem.
Well, I don't know. I feel like want to use homeless people as an example, or like people that don't have jobs, but like I think a lot of them like I think a lot of those people, they don't share something until they're shown like mercy or love by someone else, and then they're like, oh, God bless you and all this stuff. And someone takes some money or food or something. I think that's when it's showing up. Like I almost feel like it's maybe they've prayed about this stuff, and it's like you do one thing for them, and they revert back to old habits of like being a Christian, maybe if they were already.
I don't agree, but I see.
We're not allowed to disagree.
No, yeah, I know. This is a one-minded league, so I'll be back. I don't know if I could ever be a part of the podcast.
It sounds like a cult.
Yeah, it sounds like cool. You guys believe it, but I believe you're not talking.
Alright, if you don't believe what I believe, you get that.
Yeah, exactly. You can't even get in the podcast.
Trey, you gotta leave.
Yeah.
Well, I'm about to say.
You're all right. It really isn't.
Like I said, I think this is gonna be a short topic.
Right, this was going to be a shorter topic.
Kenneth, so you gave us a little update on your life, how it's going, what has been going on, but what's going on currently? Not obviously you're out of podcast, but currently what is the Kenneth going through?
What I'm going through right now, obviously I said I was in school. I'm still struggling with bullies and whatnot. I'm trying to find the best to do. Trying to be less angry. I shouldn't be getting angry over just talking because that's not how it's supposed to be done. You're supposed to just sit there. It shouldn't affect my day. It used to be like somebody would tip me off and get a best with it. Now I have to go until something good happens.
Okay.
And whatnot. I hope I'm getting better at that. I can't really tell myself if I'm getting better at it or not.
Yeah, but you can control how you work on it.
I can control how hard I work on that. And I am working, saving up money, working on my car.
So you said earlier that you're like new to following in your faith. Do you have any questions about faith?
Not really about faith itself, just more or less where should I have started? Because I just honestly kind of started in the middle and tried to figure it out that way.
What do you mean by that?
But, and I mean, really, I just started with the Bible. Like, I couldn't discipline myself to sit and read from beginning to end. I just popcorn read. I flipped it around.
Which that isn't like, it's not starting in the middle. I mean, if you understand Genesis, the first like 2 or 3 chapters, then I think you'll be okay to popcorn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read.
I mean, it doesn't really, you don't have to
It's
read
not
it in
a
order.
Right.
Because a lot of the times I'll popcorn read and I'll get some of the best stuff, right? Some of the answers that I've been needing. So I don't think that's starting in the middle. I mean, I think that's just called starting.
Right.
Because at least you're in the Bible.
I've realized that I can actually discuss about this stuff pretty well. I can speak about it more fluently than I can other topics because it just makes sense.
About your faith.
do you think you speak more or less confidently if you were to go up to someone you don't know? Like if you weren't talking to nobody and you had to go talk about God, do you think you would be more confident talking about that? Or do you think you'd be more confident talking about something else you're passionate about?
Honestly, I would go for the something else. I would be right now from where I'm standing.
You do better
I
than
would do the other. But I'll tell you, some kid, like I was telling them, some kid that I school that I faith, like, I respect you for your faith, but why do you believe in that? And if they asked a question like, if God truly exists, then why do bad things happen? And I explained to them that because He gave us free will, and He gave us the power to decide what's good, what's bad, and act upon it if we choose so. And they asked, why do bad things happen to good people that follow in His word? And I said, test us if we are going to stay within our faith or to confide in sin to get us out of the wrong.
Yeah, which I mean, those are solid.
That's really good, yeah. That is good. And that's a good thing that you were able to be humble enough and just with us that to admit that you would talk about that with them. Because you sing and you talk about God and like we wouldn't know that you would. So I can tell you do have humility. Yeah, which is a very good step. With the one thing, I can't give you advice I know what you're going through, guys, but the way I think of I've never been put in a situation where I've been pinpointed, but I've had people who just act disrespectful or just in some sense towards me. And I mean,
I just deal with disrespectful, towards myself. But when it's towards my family, that's what really
gets on you, and that's understandable
gets under my skin.
because you care about your family and you should care. But I mean, just think of it. The way I think of it, at least, is look how many times that you mess up and you do things, even if you don't consider them worse. You behave worse towards God than these bullies do towards you, and yet He still is going to forgive you infinitely amount of time, and He's still going to see you as perfect, which is insane to me every time I think about it. But that's how I just think of it. It's not harder once it's been put out. It's easier to say, hey, be positive and forgive these people than actually doing it, because I'm not going through the emotions of all these different factors. So, but I'm glad that you are noticing and wanting to work on that aspect of your life, not just in your faith, but in general. You seem like you're on the right path, which is really all that matters. And in regards of just starting in the middle, you did better than most people can say. Most people don't start. They put it off. I'll go to church next Sunday. I'll pick up the Bible tomorrow.
And what I've also realized is going to church doesn't define me studying my faith. I can study my faith outside of church at any time and at practically any place.
That is
the only reason why I say practically is because I can't really stop doing work while I'm at my job and study.
So since we have to have a Bible app.
But I mean, yeah, I do agree. I definitely want to talk about that more on the podcast. Just you don't need, in my opinion, the church is a celebration to be with other people to worship God. That's the way I look at it.
And I do learn some things while I'm at Sunday school. But I also realize that I need to work on myself, building upon that lesson.
Work on your faith, yeah, try
at my own pace instead of just relying on others to sit and teach me.
That is true.
You can't build a relationship with God if you're just having somebody teach you about it. Having a middleman talk to you. You have to actually talk to the person.
That's actually very true. I've been talking to somebody about that recently, and there's two analogies that come to my mind. One is, think of it in the working out aspect, the fitness aspect. You can't get fit or buff if you're only working out once a week. And the same regards as you can't build upon your faith if you're the only time you're around God is in church. And the other one is, I can't remember that one. So I guess will be next time that you hear that.
I also believe that some people say like, well, I've prayed to God before and he never answered my call. And the way I think about that when he says when your call is not answered, then it wasn't really that important of a thing for him to decide on your asking and your demanding for that. I've seen sometimes when people pray,
It's a genie. Gimme. They think God's a genie God. And yeah, that is very correct. Like, you seem very wise. Another thing to keep in mind, not just for the people, like to tell other people when they're praying and not getting answered, but for yourself. Sometimes the things you're asking for, you're not in that season of your life that you're ready. Yeah, you're not. He's not giving it to you because you.
Right, and I understand that.
If he gives it to you, say you're asking for financial freedom, and he gives it to you now, you're spending it on some things, and you're going to go back to. You're not going to rely on God for financial help.
You're also just gonna revert back to saying most of the time.
Right.
And that's just not just to the financial aspect, that's within the aspects. He'll answer your prayers if you need it, that prayer.
That's what I was getting at. Another thing that I like to think about is when people say, or what really gets my mind going is when people ask, why did I start? Let me ask you this, right? Why did you start contributing to it?
Honestly, I've always believed God was real. I never was a Christian, but I realized the difference, and I realized what happens if I was going to continue to believe in God the way it was. And so I'm the type of person, if I'm passionate about something, I want to be the best that I can possibly be at it, because I don't see a point of doing something at 3% of my effort or energy or time, because I'm not truly passionate about it. And so yeah, I realized how much more I could be doing to actually be a Christian instead of just someone who believes in God. And I kind of just kick-started everything, and it just kind of helped everything become easier in a sense of it wasn't that he took away the trials, if anything I have more now, but he took away...
He helped you understand the way to get through those trials.
Exactly, he took away the confusion and the stress behind it.
Right.
That's what I would say.
The reason why I personally went into my faith is I've always had a hard time with people and stuff like that in church. And I always had to direct them at my source. There's some negative stuff.
I'm really glad to hear that. Because who knows what you would have been like? Who knows what I would have been like if we didn't come to find God, or if God didn't come to find us. When you were were talking, there's this picture that keeps popping up, so it's like we need to not look at the person and their sinful behaviors. The picture is there's a dude and the devil is like basically latched onto him but behind him, and his hands are covering the dude's eyes. So the dude is seeing like there's eyeballs there, but his hand is like covered, and like he can see it. Yeah, and like the way I kind of depict the picture is that person is seeing the world through the devil's like kind of view. Yeah, and he's seeing, and so like, and he's gonna do things. He's gonna obviously do things that aren't like righteous or not even like morally correct in human standards. But we can't look at that person and be like, yeah, you're such a bad person, blah blah. You need to understand that. Yeah, see, like, yeah, you shouldn't look at Brady and be like he's a bad person. You should look at him as the devil who's behind him causing him to do these things.
Right. And
It causes me to do lots of my things.
He does.
Sounds like one.
Nope.
Lots of bad things.
that calls me back to Psalms chapter 1, verse 1 through 8. I believe I even sent you pictures of what I was talking about one time. I'm not sure if you remember. But, I can't recall it all from exact memory. But it was saying, do not surround yourself by sin, but also do not judge others for sinning. Because that is not our job as Christians to do. Our job as a Christian is to build others up, never break them back down. That's why when we say that God is talking through us, He is helping us help others.
I do agree. You definitely should never break anyone down. The way my mind sees it, though, there's a certain area, a certain little gray area where I want to talk about this a bit more. Like, this could be a lot longer conversation.
We might have to do a double podcast one week.
But like, there's a scripture that I don't know. It was one of the apostles that he straight up. I think it was Saul. He went to the church and was like calling them out for something. There was some apostle that was calling out. He went to a church. He didn't go to the public and start calling out these sinners. He went to a church and was helping them, like calling them out. I don't even know what it's gonna take too long. But basically, I think there is a difference. You should not ever be calling out people or shaming people, regardless if they're Christian or not. You definitely should not be pointing out people's actions if they do not believe in God, because it's not gonna, they won't understand why it's important to us, because they don't understand why it's important to God. But to Christians, that's something, like, I mean, Jesus says before you pick out the spleen in someone else's eye, pick out the log. And so he didn't say, just pick out the log in your eye, don't mess with the other person's. He's saying, make sure you point out your own sins. The way I interpret it is, he's telling us to point out our own sins and recognize and fix them before we're going to point out others. But he didn't say to just the common folk. He was saying to another apostle, another Christian, or anything. So I think we should as Christians hold other Christians accountable in a way that's not condemning or shaming them. But we should be able to, like, if I truly love somebody, regardless if I actually know them, I know what's best for them. What's best for them is what they want. It's usually good. So that's my opinion on that regard.
Right.
Yeah.
And you said this was going to be a short podcast.
Oh, it is. What do you mean?
Don't tell me that you guys usually record for about 2 hours.
No. About 5 hours. Yeah.
No, you told us
Hour and a half.
So, just a tad bit shorter. I can always go on about tangents, but that would probably be pretty boring. Oh, Hunter. Nobody can see it because this is going to be an audio podcast. just simply make sure you're doing right by yourself, but also by God. Whenever you try and criticize somebody, and everybody does it every day, even just by like you never say it, but you always think it. You're walking by, like let's say you're walking to Walmart, and you see somebody dressed in as
I'm your ad-libs guy. Keep going.
and
I don't think this is a rap.
this ain't right, but anyway, you see somebody dressed in rags, and you're thinking, man, he must have made some terrible choices, which that could be true, but there could also be just circumstances that have been put down upon that person, and you never know. So what I'm saying is, get to know the person before you criticize them.
Find their story and
Don't even judge. And that's really about it. I want to be on another one of these bad boys.
That's good.
And I'm going to bug you about all the details like I did a couple days ago.
That's fine.
I was trying to be annoying, but like, I need the details because my mom.
No, yeah, that's understandable.
Mom needs the details.
That's fair.
I feel like we don't have details.
Yeah, we just like not the like just because of showing up.
Just show up. Right, that's what
Show up
I was
at 2.
looking about.
Show up at 2. That's the
I'll
only
do that.
detail.
I'll do that every
Every
Sunday. I'll be a permanent part of the podcast.
We're gonna have the week that I'm going to Headless Horseman, and he's gonna show up and be like, Trey, where you at? Well, person that has all the equipment's at 10.
They'll be like, I brought my own.
Any prayer requests?
Prayer requests. Not specifically anything going on in my family. I mean, my sister's boyfriend, Drake, is going to be shipped off into the Marines pretty soon for basic training. You know,
I do know Drake Beatty. That was my boy in weightlifting class.
yeah.
He's lifting some weight, bro.
He's terrifying.
Huh?
He's terrifying.
Nah.
But he gets me Taco Bell at McDonald's, so we're chilling.
I think we get Taco Bell McDonald's. I don't know how that man like lost some weight for weightlifting. Cause he straight up, I swear, like only eats McDonald's and Taco Bell. And he was putting weight.
He was doing high reps. Training.
Can I throw in a prayer request?
Absolutely, Trey. You are perfect. You do not have.
He didn't say just pick out the log in your eye and don't mess with the other person's. He's saying make sure you point out your own sins. Well, no, the way I interpret it is he's telling us to point out our own sins and recognize and fix them before we go and point out others. And that's, he didn't say to just the common folk. He was saying to apostle or Christian or anything. So I think we should as Christians hold other Christians accountable in a way that's not condemning them or shaming them. Or we should be able to, like, if I truly love somebody, regardless if I actually know them, I want what's best for them. What's best for them isn't what they want. It's usually what that's my opinion on that.
Right. And you said this was going to be a short podcast.
Oh, it is. What do you mean?
Don't know that you guys usually record for about 2 hours.
That's true. About 5 hours. Yeah.
No, he talks for like
Hour and a half, honestly.
So just a tad bit shorter.
Does anyone else have anything?
I can always go on about tangents, but that would probably be pretty boring.
Does anyone have anything valid?
Oh, honey. Nobody can see it because this is going to be an audio podcast.
Do you want to leave it
just simply make sure you're doing right by yourself, but also by God. Whenever you try and criticize somebody, and everybody does it every day, even just about like people, you never say it, but you always think it. You're walking by, like, let's say you're walking through the Walmart, and you see somebody dressed in rags.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm just gonna keep going.
And
I don't think this is right.
this ain't right, but anyway, you see somebody dressed in rags, and you're thinking, man, he must have made some terrible, terrible choices. Which that could be true, but there could also be just circumstances that has been put down upon that person, and you never know. So what I'm saying is, get to know the person before you criticize them.
I
And-
find that story and don't even judge.
Right? Don't even judge. And that's really about it. I want to be on another one of these bad boys.
That's good.
And I'm going to bug you about all the details like I did a couple days ago.
That's understandable.
I was trying to be annoying, but like, I need the details because my mom.
No, yeah, that's understandable.
Mom needs the details.
That's fair.
I feel like we don't have details.
Yeah, we just like not the like just like those showing up just to
Right, that's what
Show up
I
at
was
2.
thinking about.
sure.
Show up at 2. That's the only
I'll do that.
detail.
I'll do that every
Every
Sunday. I'll be a permanent part of this podcast.
It's just
We're gonna have the week that I'm going to have this horseman, and he's gonna show up and be like, Trey, where you at? Well, the person that has all of our equipment's out of town.
They'll be like, I brought my own.
Any prayer requests?
Prayer requests. Not specifically anything going on in my family. I mean, my sister's boyfriend, Drake, is going to be shipped off into the Marines pretty soon for basic training. You know who Drake Lady is?
I do know Drake Lady. That was my boy in weightlifting class. He's lifting some weight, bro.
He's terrifying.
Huh?
He's terrifying.
Nah.
But he gets me Taco Bell at McDonald's, so we're chilling.
Drake do be getting Taco Bell. I don't know how that man like lost some weight being weightlifting, because he straight up, I swear, like only eats McDonald's and Taco Bell. And he was putting weight.
He was doing high reps. Trying to
Very nice one.
can I throw in a prayer request?
Absolutely not, Trey. You are perfect. You do not have any prayer requests. What's your prayer request?
I'm just like
I have another after church list. Wow, that's weird.
no, I just have been just struggling with flesh versus spirit. And just honestly, depression. I mean, maybe it is. I've never had seasonal depression or something.
You haven't?
No, I've had regular depression, not seasonal depression.
No, I mean, usually it's highs and lows. Like, there's not many things.
You're a half glass full kind of guy.
He's got a full glass of water that he has to keep refilling. but
You're
just needs
85.
Flex Seal.
You're 85% water. I'm 85% Mountain Dew.
You guys are just built different.
Yeah.
That's probably why I feel like garbage right now.
So just like you feel like you're driving, you're not able to find the difference between flesh and spirit.
It's not even that. It's just I'm just being
Like, are you falling into temptation? Is that what you're getting at?
I don't even like that. Just I'm just not living a godly life. Not even just going having sex with a bunch of people.
You
I know,
went
well,
3
those
to
are
100
the
real
two
quick.
extreme things that I think of, like when you're not living a godly life, but like
Those
it's
are
not
extreme things that you're doing.
they're not extremes. It's just they're not what I want to do. And it helps it, or not helps it. It makes it harder to stay focused on the consequences.
Yeah.
I look at like I'm looking. The devil's telling me I'm like his parents by my actions instead of my motive. Because he sees me as his parents. So it makes it hard to look. So I think it's just
A little bit louder right now.
and so it makes it harder to just like oh God's plan and
Well, speaking about like we, yeah, listen to Drake. No, like what this whole podcast
Actually,
was
don't.
supposed to be
Yeah.
about. Like working in silence. Like just because the devil's a little bit louder right now doesn't mean that God's not working on you. Or like his silent side. Like devil might be a little bit louder, but he's still working.
I think
Just keep that up.
that's what's keeping me going. I probably will not help if not, but like
I feel that sometimes.
My W is
No,
12 games.
I get what you're saying. Like, I think a lot of people right now are going into like a season of like temptation. Like,
Yeah.
I'm going through it too.
it says in Revelation somewhere, I think it was 15.
Somewhere.
Well, because I was like,
It sounds like you're trying to start up a class.
I thought about it when Raiden was here. Many are called, but few are chosen. Some Revelations. And I mean, that's why I've been talking to the people I live with. Every time I'm just like, it's literally every day. I'm not telling you why we talk about it. But like, I always bring up the fact that I truly think that God is coming back in the next few years. And so like that, and then like the Revelation just speaking about a lot of people are gonna fall away from the faith. And
I'm terrified as soon as I hear those trumpets play.
I'm not gonna be terrified. I'm gonna be hyped.
I'm gonna be hyped, but I'm gonna be a little bit
sad.
scared.
Well,
I'm gonna be sad.
I say terrified in the sense of people that I know.
No, yeah, that's why I'll be sad.
Right, that's why.
I'm not gonna-
That's why I would be terrified, because people that I don't care about.
That would be heaven for me.
Dang, bro.
Do you know what would be heaven for me? If I hanged out with if everybody that I knew and cared about was there with me.
Yeah,
Like you, Dre. Big dog.
that's good. I'm just kidding. I appreciate it.
Whoa.
Thank you, sir.
Throwing
Thank
around
you,
those
sir.
two words. No,
Are you calling me blasphemous right now, sir?
you don't blasphemy? What? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think a lot of people are going into that right now. I do have a question though before we do this. And it's kind of personal towards you, but like,
Why are you
do you think that living in this house is causing you a little bit more trouble with this right now?
I was thinking about
you are
that.
in a house with a lot of non-believers.
That is true. I was thinking about that. So, I don't think the cause. There's a lot of factors that I think are causing this.
Not like the reason for it, but do you think it influences it?
Yes, and honestly, no. Like, I mean, maybe there's a little bit of stress just dealing with the fact that I'm not in my mom's house anymore. But like, other than that, like being around those people, I'm not.
Travis is his mom.
Yeah, I'm a mommy's. I'm definitely a mommy's boy.
definitely.
But I mean, I'd never take it back. But anyways, no, I just think. I don't think
I
that
have no
being
idea why
around those
I'm
people
right now.
is messing me up. I think with everything else that's going on, I just can use that as an excuse when I know it's not. But I don't know if that makes sense. Like, 'cause
So you're saying like sometimes you think it might be, but it's you making an excuse for something else?
but because like these people, like I know you didn't think they're bad people.
No, I don't think they're
Yeah.
bad people, but I
Like-
know that
Yeah, they're definitely.
they're not like
There's
the
a
best
difference between
influences.
being a bad person and just being a non-believer.
Yeah, and,
Like, yeah, they're not believers.
and I'd say God or Aiden and entire people who believe in God. I wouldn't. If I was in their shoes, I wouldn't call myself a Christian, but their hearts could be fully behind God, and I just don't know it. But I mean,
Yeah.
besides Caden, we all believe in God, so it kind of helps. But no, I just all the other factors are just kind of making it easy to be lazy and just not do anything. And then, like when I'm at that house, and so I don't know.
I just realized that we could have had a normal podcast with video if I set it up to where your phone was the camera on the computer.
Yeah, I'm not recording that computer.
What?
You're
What's wrong with
shoot
this
with a
computer?
phone.
What's wrong with my computer?
I'd rather record with a phone.
The quality is good on it. It's a
Really?
gaming
No,
computer.
no, I'm
The
saying
camera?
Yeah.
no. I'm
There's
not
an
saying
option.
using the camera on the computer. Use your phone camera and put it on the recording software on the computer. I'm sure I can figure out how to do that.
Or we just buy a camera.
We could just buy a camera, but to make do since the three of us are broke.
I'm rich. What are you talking about?
What do you want about Trey? You were just complaining that you had bills to pay.
Exactly. No
Listen.
coffee to drink. No life that has meaning. Everything is pointless. Okay.
Well, we should-
get into this.
We need to text my mom. Let her to come pick me up.
Probably, but I'll have Brady end us off with a beautiful prayer.
Oh, well, hold on. Before that, let's just get this out there. If there's any prayer requests, leave it in the comments. Once again, I don't think I've seen any, but I'm gonna keep saying it because eventually it'll happen. Maybe once we get like 50 subs, it'll happen. But
It's a light bulb. It's
a light bulb.
a
Do you know how many likes
20.
we've had?
20 likes.
5 likes. Okay,
5
that's
likes.
pretty good.
Yeah,
I
5
think we've
likes.
gotten like 4 though.
Hey, we're
5
getting
likes.
5 likes on this video.
Yeah, 5 likes.
Because of me. Myself, the star of the
I
show.
was about to make 3 different email accounts and just like connect it up.
Set up body counts.
Alright, so Trey said 5 likes. I'm saying prayer requests.
How about we do secret code?
Oh,
people
we're
who are
doing all this
actually-
stuff. If you made it this far, put this in the comments.
Exactly. For the verse.
I love Fortnite.
We'll do the verse digits of today. 119.
But yeah, if there's any prayer requests, just leave it down there. I know I'll hop on there. I've been trying to look at the comments every time.
And he'll make a TikTok answering, doing your prayer requests.
That's something we've been talking about.
Ooh, no.
I don't even know.
No. Okay. Also, if you guys don't know, we are now on Instagram. It's where we're posting little bits and clips. So if you guys want to check that out, sometimes it'll be like out of context parts, or sometimes it'll be what we think the main topic is that we want people to hear. So just keep an eye out for that. Yeah, with that being said, we can do a prayer and get us out of here.
And by the way, guys, I'm going to be a permanent person on this podcast.
Not if we're not here.
If we're not here, then I'm going to
Trey,
figure
you're
out
not
a way to
plugged
get.
in.
I will hide in your trunk. I will hide in
Not
your trunk of your
plugged in.
vehicle.
You only want me to be here. I'm not gonna give you the mic.
Fortnite today.
So we said sisters, boyfriend. We said just in general, flesh from spirit. And then, did you say your second one?
No, I did not. I was going to do. I have a friend named David. His family met his never really best. And he was at church. I get a prayer request out for him. I was going to do today, but just make sure to pray for him. Usually somewhere life's pretty sucky. Hope it gets better for him.
Yeah, perfect. Alright, well, I'll just hold it like this. Dear Lord, I come to you with just a few prayer requests and hopefully future answered prayer requests. I pray that you would just take care of David and his home and his life in general. From what Kenneth is telling me, he just needs your light right now. So I pray that you put your healing arms around him, put them around the family, with anything that's going on. I pray for Kenneth's sister's boyfriend as he's now going to the military. I pray that you just keep him safe, make sure that nothing bad happens while he's there, that he would just stay disciplined, listen to what he needs to listen to, and just get it through. For anybody that feels like they're going through seasonal depression, it's never fun, and it's a weird time, and nobody really knows what to do with it because it just kind of comes out of nowhere. Pray that you just keep everybody to have motivation in this time, and that you would just push us to work harder than ever and work in the silence. I pray for any unspoken prayer requests that you just put healing arms around everybody that needs it, from the top of their head to the bottom of their feet. That you just encourage them in this season. It's getting cold, and people don't like the cold. And it makes people really upset. So, in your name I pray. Amen. Alright, well.
Look at my back end, big dog. You know,
Well, with that being said, this is the weight of his glory. I think this will be one of our shorter podcasts, but I think it was beneficial. I think, I think that it's a good one. I think working in silence is a good topic to have. And
buy winter coats on clearance at Walmart. It's getting cold.
yeah. I think we'll be doubling up soon, so we shouldn't go behind on our upload schedule, but yeah, I think that's it. Let us know if there's anything that you guys think we can improve still, because we're still new. What are you doing, bro? Well,
Making out with a snowball.
we are out. Weight of His Glory. Keep checking us out. Instagram. Gonna be a TikTok soon. We'll post about that. And see ya.
Later, bruh.